stupid shit like Love Island, all the way through to people who are like doing these like motivational kind of podcasts. Do you feel like we've been kind of brainwashed in that sense? Like we've been made to put this thing out there, which is kind of exposing us to a certain degree.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like we've been kind of brainwashed to do that a little bit?
I think a little bit. I think that
Yeah.
we our generation, especially with the rise of like reality TV stars or social
Yes.
media influencers, etc., has become more attainable to reach a level of like, I think we spoke about this once where, when you think about the traditional celebrity, whether it's a singer, actor, whatever,
Yeah.
their lifestyle or their level of fame and success always seemed unattainable as kids, right? It was always like us versus like us and them. And then you have reality TV stars where someone could be an average Joe one day and then become an overnight sensation the next day, or social media. Like,
Yeah.
I think that now people who are trying to make it online, they know like, okay, so if I want to make it, I have to put myself out there. I have to talk about this crazy story. Like, those story time videos on YouTube where people tell their whole life, something crazy happened, and then they get like a
This is
million
my
views.
breakup that happened last week. I'm gonna put it online for everyone to see. Obviously,
Exactly.
I don't think that's something that would come from any of our channels, kind of thing. Maybe not the last week, anyways. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Well, like, there is a. Do you guys know Bo Burnham?
Yeah.
Well,
to some extent.
Bo Burnham. Yeah, he was originally like an internet star. Like he made like these kind of satirical songs. But he came out with a documentary called Inside, or not?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. I was just gonna say I did like his stupid we have two bathrooms. There's a guest room bathroom thing. I covered his
the song.
stupid shit.
Yeah. But that one, so he had a Netflix special, called Inside, and it kind of goes into that topic of like how and essentially the idea was that like everybody is technically performing these days. Like everyone is it's almost like we're all on a stage and we're performing for someone or performing for everyone at the same time, which is now why people can't go and experience something without pulling out their phone, right? This is why like you can't have a unique experience and not and feel okay with not recording it in some way or not capturing it in some way. Because at the end of the day, we're all kind of, like you mentioned, brainwashed, I guess, to be almost in performance mode at all times.
Yeah, because we're like leveraging our memory banks in exchange for,
dopamine,
admiration. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Do you guys feel the need though, where like if you're out with your friends or you're at a restaurant or you're on vacation, oh, hold on, let me just take a picture and post this on my story? Do you guys feel that like need to do that, or are you able to live in the moment and not take a single photo?
Yeah, most of the time I'm able to not take out my phone. But then in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, if I don't post consistently on my story, then people will stop following my story. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build an audience so that I can build a network of people who are kind of similar to me, but also might have said businesses. I might be speaking purposely to side hustlers so that I can build a marketing agency from it. And this might hold my goal. So that's what plays in my head when I'm like, oh, maybe I'll post myself at this nice restaurant with this mood lighting over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like
because we're all trying to sell the idea that we're like our life is something that it might not actually be. So we can leverage that idea of who you are or even that audience for whatever endeavors you have in the future, like you mentioned. And I feel like there's a lot more people who have that same thought in the back of their mind, where they're trying to be consistent because they know how the algorithm works, and the algorithm has trained us how we should be posting, what should we be posting, and when we should be posting. And of course, there are people who probably don't choose to join or play in that game because they don't have those aspirations, but a lot of people do, and that's just a reality of the situation in the world we live in right now.
I feel like sometimes it's actually better to live in the moment because you appreciate it more. Whereas
it always is, right?
When you're like filming it and like videoing or storying or something like that, I feel like you don't appreciate that day as much.
But on the contrary, like I feel like I'm a very nostalgic person. I like to look back on photos and videos. So like even if we're at a concert, for example, if the artist is playing my favorite song, I'll record like the first verse and chorus,
Yeah.
and then I'll I'll put my phone away and just enjoy the rest of the song because I want to be in the moment, but I also want it for memories later.
Yeah.
Me too. Like it's like the equilibrium we're trying to reach, and shout out equilibrium clothing.
Shout out to Tristan.
You know what I mean? But yeah, like
Love.